back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a 996 Turbo on the channel. The exciting thing about this car, you probably already guessed it, you can now win this car for a few quid with classic giveaways. That competition is now live, but why I'm bringing this car to the channel is because I'm driving it today and it has got a very special option pack on it. It has got the X73 pack, which means it's got GT2 suspension and GT2 engine mounts from factory. A very special, very rare car. I'm going to get in and go for a little drive, but let's have a little walk around, then we'll go for a spin. So the colourway on this car then is actually lapis blue with grey interior, exactly the same colourway as my 996 Carrera 4S, which I actually miss dearly, and it's actually sharing the same front splitter because I put the front splitter from the 996 Turbo on my C4S. Now, let's go inside then. I've obviously got the turbo wheels, which look the same as the Carrera 4S wheels, but in actual fact, the 18-inch wheels on this car are hollow, unlike the Carrera 4S wheels. Don't know if you knew that or not. What an awesome piece of kit. So retro in here. Obviously, it's got the Metzger turbo engine, and it's got the rare hardback sport seats as well. Right, let's fire up then. Shut up. This particular car then has got absolutely impeccable history, and not that really you've got anything to worry about with these, because as you'll all know, this is a Metzger engine, meaning it's pretty much bulletproof. Now, of course, the 996 was the first water-cooled variant, and it got a lot of people a bit hot under the collar, and a little bit annoyed when it came out, replacing the 993, which was obviously air-cooled. And in actual fact, oh Christ! And in actual fact, this particular engine was derived from the 1998 Le Mans winning GT1 car. So it's got real race pedigree, this engine. It's not just marketing guff. This engine genuinely was derived from a Le Mans winning engine. It's obviously twin turbocharged, 3.6 litre, and it absolutely terrifies me. It is so hard to believe that this car is nearly 20 years old. That is genuinely modern supercar pace in something that is actually pretty usable. The steering's vaguely heavy, but not too bad at all. But the clutch is very light. The gearbox notches in very lightly. There's no real hassle or fluff to it. There's no technique needed. It's just a very, very easy to use manual car. Road noise is a bit aggressive, but that's absolutely fine. It's a 20-year-old 911. Who cares about that? But on the whole, it's a very, very usable. Despite the fact it's got GT2 suspension, it actually doesn't ride too rough. The previous road we were just on was hell on earth anyway. It's like driving on the moon. Along here, not bad at all. It sounds good too. You hear that flat six, you hear turbo whooshing. It's a good news story. And comparing this actually to my 997 Turbo, this does feel a lot more mechanical, a lot more visceral, and you can definitely tell this has got race pedigree. I just love this generation of 996. It looks like that GT1 car. It's got the same front end. It's just from such a cool era of Porsche. It's just good. I'm already jealous of whoever wins this. Values-wise on these cars, a little bit of a blip there. Lovely stuff. It's just so good. Values wise then, I've seen these go for sort of 60, 70 grand, and I don't see any reason why examples like this, immaculately looked after examples like this, and this one, the paperwork with it, the guy who has owned this, and I'm sure he'll be watching, I was going to call him anal, but that sounds a little bit derogatory. He's been fastidious. He's been absolutely fastidious. Every single thing is on a Porsche-headed piece of paper. It's sublime. It's perfect. And we really have gone above and beyond to find an extra special example for everyone for this competition. This competition business is going nowhere, and we want it to go from strength to strength. We want to get to the point where we're giving away GT3s, GT2s, GT3 RSs, you know, the real heavy stuff. And this is a really good stepping stone into those levels of marks. So good luck anyway. My GoPros are about to run out of battery. This was a very brief little ride in a 996 Turbo, and actually my first time in a 996 turbo, can you believe? Call myself a petrol head. It's actually my first time in one. I can't believe how fast it is. I'm actually genuinely shocked and a little bit appalled about how quick it actually is. Bear in mind, obviously, you could do stage 1 to these cars, push them well into 500, nudging 600 brake quite happily. The clutch can cope with it, everything can cope with it. They're not actually, they're completely undertuned. Obviously, there's a Turbo S out there as well, so you know this platform can handle a hell of a lot of power. Anyway, I'm going to go hoofing. I'll catch you a lot later. I'll leave all the details to enter below, and I'll see you bloody hell very, very soon. Ciao for now, bye!